Last night were the Grammys, and it was something. Was it not? Are you done choking? No, I loved it.
I'm not done choking.
I was like, I feel bad because I threw it up for you, Kendall, and I'm like, I think she's in mid-cough. No, I liked it. Me and the Grammys have a problem.
Tell me more.
First off, most of the Grammys aren't even presented at the Grammys, which anger me. The list you look at later. But also, the first 2 hours, you get 4 awards. 4 awards in 2 hours.
Yeah, I don't like acceptance speeches. I'm fine with that.
I know, and I am like, all right, I think we can have both things. What if we had 2 different nights, one of performances, one of awards?
Would anyone watch the award night?
No, only me.
Exactly.
Only
Just
me.
you.
Only me.
Yes, Brittany and Gogo, unwillingly.
Yeah.
But she'd be there.
That's what it's like to have a kid. Let's talk about the big winners of the night. I would declare it Cowboy Carter, absolute takeover. She won not only Best Country Album, but she did win also Album of the Year as well.
And this is the first time Beyonce's won Album of the Year. So the fact that it was her country debut and this album that's gotten so, not mixed reviews, but such crap from the CMAs. I mean, the fact that she was nominated for nothing there, and then all the CMA artists that are so mushy-gushy with the people who actually vote on the body of people who vote on it were like, well, she just wants to come and hang out with us. Just sit with us for a little while. Get to know the culture. Oh, shut up,
right?
Ryan. Like, shut up, all of you. It was so gross.
It's a weird standard, right? Because there are people that move seamlessly amongst genres, and nobody seems to mind.
No.
People did not seem upset about Post Malone.
And one of the main reasons why she decided to do this album is because she didn't feel very welcomed when she was there and tried to sit among them and hang out with them and do exactly what they're telling her she should have done now. She didn't feel that love. That's why she wanted to do a country album.
Yeah, so I can't remember the year, but she performed with the Chicks. She did Daddy's Lessons off of her album, which is a very much so country song.
Yep.
And it had to be taken down from the site because of all of the negative comments put up there. Like they eventually just took it down.
2016.
Yes. And so she was like, okay, like I'm ready to enter this genre full head forward. She's from Texas. I mean, it's just so weird how we accept some people to kind of come in and out, but some we say, no, you're not allowed to. And you don't know enough, even though nobody's like checked on her background. Nobody's thought, what have you learned? I don't know. It's just wild that they're protecting something that's not theirs to own.
Well, and it's Beyonce. Like, it's not like she's some girl who blew up, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
She's freaking Beyonce. She's been around the circuit. She knows everybody, and she puts out fantastic music. Even if you didn't like her album, if you go, Cowboy Carter was just not my thing. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you have to respect it. You have to go and look at that track list and go, dang, what she did here is so different than what anybody else is doing.
Yeah.
A person who won 35 Grammys. This is literally the person who's won more Grammys than anybody else.
Right.
That individual coming into your genre is only a good thing.
I know.
It's better for you as a whole, as an entire genre. It's going to get more exposure for the Morgan Wallens, for the Lainey Wilsons, for the whoever you want to insert there. They're going to get more exposure if Beyonce's around.
That is confusing. Listen, you can't death grip to anything. You just can't. That's not yours to own. You can't death grip to it. It's embarrassing. It slows down progress. It just does. And it's not even gatekeeping because again, I cannot stress, this is not nobody owns country music.
Nope. And honestly, these are my mittens to the CMAs. Boop. 'Cause she just won everything. You've never heard that expression?
Never in my life.
When you're like, you can't show a certain finger, you show the mitten, like pretend you're wearing mittens and just figure out what I'm doing underneath.
Now I get it.
Thank you. It's like telling a little kid to put earmuffs on when you're going to swear.
It's
Same effect.
Totally. There was a lot of great performances. We had our best new artist, Chappell Roan, took that home. That was kind of expected. Even Benson Boone was interviewed on the red carpet leaning up, and he said, "This is not my award to win. This is Chappell's year." And I love that. There was a lot of criticism about kind of the performances from male to female. So we had Charlie XCX give a performance of her life. Chappell Roan killed it. Doechii was my favorite performance of the night, and she did things that you go, how did you? She only had a short amount of time because it was kind of like a brief of all the best new artist and
Sabrina.
Yeah, Sabrina.
Open.
But Sabrina got a whole, it was just amazing. And then the conversation around, well, most of the men just showed up and sang. Benson Boone did his Beautiful Things where he's done that performance again in that exact outfit and that exact routine where people are saying, I don't think the men stepped it up this year.
I mean, it's a fair point. I can't think of any of the male performances that really stood out. And I'm talking, the only one I can even think of that I was like, oh, that was really memorable was with Gaga and Bruno Mars. But it was more so because they both have incredible voices and they're singing together.
Yeah, the Teddy Swims just kind of showed up and sang in his big coat. And again,
big coat.
Yeah, pretty much it. That was the exciting part. He literally stood there. And I'm not saying that every performance has to be this elaborate thing, but this really stuck out to me one year where it was the VMAs and we had the Vanguard Award and some other like legacy award. And it was Shakira and Diddy. And again, this is like 3 or 4 years ago now. And Shakira went out and like pretty much broke her body dancing to all of her different music. And then Diddy came out and just kind of hopped around. And you went, the bar sometimes is just a little different for especially women that's been in the industry where you go, you always have to reinvent yourself. You always have to go hard at a performance. And like, I don't know. There was just this whole conversation around that. But I would have to say my favorite performance was definitely Doechii. She killed it.
Doechii. I loved the tribute. I know it was like multiple performances, but I loved the Quincy Jones tribute.
Cynthia Erivo.
Oh, Cynthia Erivo was amazing. And then get Lainey Wilson out there. And then you've got, I can't think of her name. Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
Michael Jackson.
That was
off with like that. We love like QJ shirt. It was awesome.
She was on a table. I mean, she was losing her GD mind during that. It was beautiful. She threw the coat. Taylor Swift caught the coat, immediately put on the coat. And all of a sudden it's like, yep. Though she won 0 awards, let me just tell you, nobody had more fun in the audience than Taylor Swift. She danced her mind out. I think she went into this, and it's funny because I didn't think she was going to win a thing, and I think she kind of didn't think she was going to win a thing. She did present for Best Country Album, something that she has won in the past, which was pretty cool to watch her give Beyonce best. I mean, she looked so excited. Everyone was so excited.
And I know we'll talk about it, but then like the fact that Kanye wasn't even there.
Yes, totally. And then there's a lot. We can even talk about it now. So as we know, Kanye and Bianca Censori walk out on the red carpet. And when I tell you this woman is naked, I'm not saying like, in the past when we're like, oh, it looks like she's wearing pantyhose. She was literally wearing a see-through piece of material where you could see everything. Everything.
Literally.
And then there was a lot. I don't know what's true or not. I'm still trying to kind of dissect it. But the conversations online were they weren't invited and they got kicked out. And I'm still trying to decipher because I know he was nominated. That was a big conversation leading up. And I would believe that every time you're nominated, you get invited, especially if you're as big as Kanye.
The Academy did quickly, after those rumors started to circulate, made sure to leak to TMZ, to people, that according to the Academy and sources close to the Academy, they were not told they had to leave.
Yeah.
They left on their own accord, according to the source that is talking to TMZ.
And I could see that, him doing that, because he knew he wasn't going to win. He was up for, I think, Best Rap Song?
Yes. Best Rap Song of the Year is what he was up for. He was absolutely an invited guest to the event.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like, according to this, we were told that he walked the red carpet, got in his car on his own volition, and then left. Police and Grammy security never got involved.
I wonder if they would have. Because she's naked.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I don't know
decency.
But they don't usually call that stuff at award shows or events like that.
I've never seen something like that, though.
I've never seen something like that. But I don't know if they can make the call on it because it's like kind of falls in that art bubble, you know?
But it's nudity. I mean, it is straight up nudity.
But like, where do you draw the line? Like,
nudity.
Yeah.
Like she technically, I know it's kind of like annoying because I would hate that they start the conversation. But like, what is a dress have to be a certain shade, or how tight can it be, or what is?
You can't show a nipple, for example, on Instagram, right?
But you can show nipples at some award shows.
And like her actual hoochie coochie
Was out, yeah. But it was covered technically by like a very...
Well, you could see it.
I know. I'm just saying, I don't know. And that's why the Academy Award wants to say, or not the Academy, the Grammys wants to make it very clear. We didn't kick them out because they don't want this on their plate. They don't want to be the censored people.
But at the same time, to Kendall's point, what if their table is right next to Alicia Keys' 3 young boys, or 2 young boys that were standing there dancing with, just
on TV,
or just randomly on TV?
Yes.
Obviously, you can kind of make sure not to show that area. But again, that area and that area of the arena. But again, it's just like the whole idea that I don't know.
I'm with you guys, but I also go. It's an interesting conversation because where do you draw the line?
Draw the line when I can see both of your lips.
Oh, you mean all like? Are you counting those 2 as one? Both pairs?
The one on your face?
Both pairs.
And the one below the belly button.
Okay. Because we say both your lips, I was like, what? You have 2 lips on your face?
What I meant.
I know what I meant. Now you sound like Go-Go.
You know what I meant.
You know what I meant, mommy.
Oh, yeah. Lip readers have said they think that when he looked over at her right before she took the coat off. What?
Back to the... Okay.
You just used this term 2 seconds ago for something else. And then you get mad at us for giggling. I was like,
Whatever,
what?
Clam Casino.
Now we're stealing Bradley's.
The Clam Casino.
The Clam Casino was out. And we were gambling away.
The people who read mouths.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not vaginas.
I would do a job.
Not to be confused with the vagina readers.
Yes.
Or the vagina monologues.
Hey, they matter too.
Which is a thing.
They have all they're important.
They do make noise. Okay, sorry. Okay. He says, make a scene while she's wearing her coat. And then he says, drop it behind you. I got you. And she goes, all right, let's do it. That's what they said.
They wanted the attention and they knew that like
we'd all talk about it the next day.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, they were out and about hardcore at the after party. They didn't want to go and sit and lose. They didn't want to go and have to go through the whole ceremony and rigmarole and talk about if they can or can't be there or possibly getting kicked out. They just went there for that. And let me tell you, that was wild.
She was basically naked there too. She was in a black sheer bodysuit.
Yeah. But isn't that funny? Like that one, we're okay. I don't know.
No, I wasn't okay with that one either. Again, I can see both sets of lips. And I'm like, I always think like,
what?
How are you sitting on anything? You know what I mean?
Have you ever had your bare butt sit on a chair and you go,
yeah, and
yeah,
you go,
me too.
Oh God,
that's not great.
Ugh.
I know.
What else has been on this chair?
I know.
Like
wait. No. Wait. You're coming from the place that you're not the problem, that you're worried about someone else.
It's the problem.
It's so Kendall Mark. Like, I'm going from a place of, oh, gross, my butt is on this. And you're like, oh, I hope something gross wasn't on this.
I'm clean as hell. You could eat off this butt.
Wow.
I fear that one person has.
Don't ask about my sex life. It was fine last night, okay?
Jordan, that's on you. That's not how you guys make a baby, if you're wondering.
In case you're wondering.
So, cute moments, Taylor Swift.
Oh, we're going from naked to Taylor. Okay, we're done. Got it.
Taylor Swift or Cynthia Erivo was walking by right at the entrance. It was super adorable. And Trevor Noah had started the show off. And Taylor says, just sit here. And they were sharing a chair and it was adorable. And at one point, Taylor Swift holds her finger, like the holding space moment. And it was just, you could tell they were having a great time.
She looks like a giant. Like Taylor looks, she's not that tall. Like she's tall.
She's 5'10". She's my height.
She's tall. I'm not, but she looks like she's like 6'7".
She looks like, I'm telling you, if we hung out with these girls, we would look like giants too. They are tiny.
Teeny tiny people.
I know. It always looks like and this would happen to me too, is like, Sabrina's pretty much a toy next to Taylor Swift. Like, this is my little doll.
My little toy. By the way, so Taylor comes out in her outfit and it's like red. You get it. Well, okay. I was looking at I thought it was red because of the Chiefs. Is there something with reputation?
No, but she had the T on her thigh.
Like the T on her thigh. So Jordan looks at me and he's like, does she have like a mole or something? Like a scar down there? What is that? I was like, it's a T. He's like, oh, for Oh.
So she has a song about having the initials of someone on her upper thigh. So it was a little Travis nod. She's in her horny era, and I kind of love it. Like, it was a very horny outfit.
And of course, when she came out to present, So High School is what was playing for her. She gets to pick that song. That's the song for Travis.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like high school.
I feel so high school. It's very cute.
Watching American Pie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that song.
It's cute.
It was off of Tortured Poets. Yeah,
Sorry.
It's the one.
It's the one that I just get. It's too much.
Yeah, that nobody loves, and we all know it. She made it for me and Mike and us alone, and we're fine with that.
Black Dog's a banger, though.
It's so good.
I do love Black Dog.
And we've got to talk about Will Smith. Will Smith.
Wait, he's still talking. Sorry. I'll give you any updates if he says anything, but he's still talking.
He said to himself, hey guys, I haven't been to an award show since I slapped Chris Rock, so I'm going to go ahead and take this moment and milk it.
It was insane. Just seeing him when you just saw him in the crowd, you're like, oh, Will Smith is there.
I know.
Because he's just been gone.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, he actually has a speaking part.
I know. I had a message. Somebody was like, can you believe Jaden's helmet thing, the house?
What the hell was that?
And I said to myself, if I ever get invited to an award show, I know my luck is going to be sitting behind an idiot wearing a house hat.
That was a tribute to something, right?
I don't know. I just know, like, hey guys, we should take our hat off during the performance. Just
take it off once you're in the building.
Yes. It's like you wearing dragons on your shoulder. I asked hey, did you wear the dragons on your shoulder during the thing? And you said, no. I go, that's what you do. You acknowledge that there are people behind you, you househead.
Please.
That's so mean.
God, it's so weird. It's weird. So weird. Also, I know that we were just talking about Taylor and you mentioned a couple of different names too. Can we have a moment for that best pop album nominee list?
It was so...
Taylor Swift.
Yes.
Ariana Grande, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, and Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Like, that
and
is
Sabrina
monsters.
And Sabrina winning.
Yeah.
She looked shocked because I'd be shocked too.
It was a year ago she was opening up for Taylor Swift and didn't have enough songs to make a concert.
Mm-hmm.
And Chappell was opening up for Olivia Rodrigo, which was amazing. But I will say about Billie, and this is one thing I just don't. Everyone saw her get emotional after Beyonce won Album of the Year.
Yes.
You could see she had like some tears in her eyes or whatever. Why is it okay for the losing team of the Super Bowl to be super bummed and sad about it? But when you lose a category like this, you're supposed to be like happy for her and you can't be bummed. Like,
I know.
Give Billie a chance to be bummed. She should be bummed. She killed it this year.
Yeah.
She got completely shut out. No. I think she should be super sad and should feel bummed. And the idea that she can't show those emotions because, she comes off a certain way or she should be supporting Beyonce finally winning a new album. What?
I know.
It's ridiculous.
They leave no room for any emotions in these things. And it just sucks. It's almost like you have to practice. You have to practice somebody being like, your dog has cancer and acting like you're still smiling. And I know it's not comparable, but like, it's brutal. You can't even like sigh to yourself. Otherwise they catch that and it goes Billie doesn't support other women. And you're like, shut up.
I asked my sister about this with like the Miss America stuff. I'm like, isn't it weird that they make you stay on stage after you don't win and like take smiling photos? Because like at the local level, if you don't win and you're in the top 5, they make you stay there and take a ton of photos because you were a top 5 placer. And I'm like, no, all these girls just want to go home and cry.
Yes,
because it's not that level. I'm not saying it is,
but you think about
you put your heart.
Yes,
into.
And all the effort, and you've already manifested. You've already dreamed about what that would feel like. I honestly would make a terrible loser because I feel like I don't have enough Botox in all parts of my body. And plus,
you'd be crying. It's like a maniac.
My ouches. I think that's human, right? Like,
oh man.
I mean, especially when you really want it. There are people who you go, they don't care. Benson Boone didn't care. He's like, I'm here to do a backflip. Wear my very tight crotch pants.
He's like, that's so hot. Just like take that wedgie out. You know what I mean? Like, I love that he picked that sucker out.
No, he's so attractive. I do say, like, now we've seen this performance a couple times now.
Jordan hadn't seen it. He was very impressed. Rewind the backflip.
So I watched with my friend Maddie, and she's 20, and she doesn't watch any of this stuff. And I go, all right, here comes Backflip McGee. And she goes, I didn't know why you were calling him that. And I was so shocked when he did a bunch of backflips.
Yes.
I text both of you. I said, I got the Grammy bingo card because of his backflip. That was Benson Boone's backflip was on my bingo card.
Not impressive, but like, I don't know.
He doesn't even like bend his knees.
I know.
Like, you never know when it's coming.
It's pretty cool. All right, I'm back in. It's pretty cool.
It's dope as hell.
It is dope as hell.
Okay, your favorite performance was Doechii, right?
Hands down.
Mm-hmm. Her acceptance speech
was so good. We have it, right, Mike?
We do.
All right, let's play this. Doechii had won Best Rap Album.
I know that there is some black girl out there, so many black women out there that are watching me right now, and I want to tell you, you can do it. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Don't allow anybody to project any stereotypes on you that tell you that you can't be here, that you're too dark, or that you're not smart enough, or that you're too dramatic, or you're too loud. You are exactly who you need to be right where you are. And I am a testimony. Praise God.
It's so good.
So good. And she did it with her mama.
I know. She pulled her. Oh, so crazy. So she brought her a woman up there who I go, maybe sister? I don't know who this person is, but maybe sister. Here's my mom. Okay.
What's her mom eat? Because that's what I want to eat.
I want to know everything. Drop the skincare routine right now.
She looked incredible.
Doechii is one of those performers where she's so different. It's kind of like when we had that breath of fresh air with Chappell Roan, where we go, this person, and it probably is going to irritate people too, because they are so different and they perceive things differently. And Doechii's had this career that's kind of just been like right under the surface, just like Chappell did for the past probably 5 years. And this last album, she just broke through. And I feel like this 2025 is going to be Doechii's year.
And I mean, that outfit.
Incorporating
whiteies. I was like, girl, you were so brave.
No, incorporating that outfit, because she had her like actual outfits as she walked to the red carpet. And then she just took off the pants and incorporated that in the performance, and I loved how she did that. And then the performance in general, she starts off with these like crazy
yoga
flexible
moves. Like,
and then she just has a very short amount of time and just goes so hard. It's so good.
Also, Pink Pony Club, that performance was. I did think it was so fun.
Was that your favorite performance?
Fun. No, the tribute was my favorite because I love a tribute where everybody gets together. But just like to get up and dance and groove, I did love Pink Pony Club.
Yeah, she went full cowboy, and she had the cowboy or the rodeo clowns kind of gyrating, and it was pretty amazing. And then Charlie XCX, I mean, it was full club mode at that point. And Billy got pretty excited because she mentioned, that's the song that she did with Billy. And it was cute to see them losing their mind. At that point, Taylor Swift did have a giant bottle she was dancing with.
Go girl.
Where's Tree Payne when you need her?
Mike, what was your favorite?
I really love Sabrina. I think she just gets it so much. Like, she just knows who she is, what people love from her, and that performance she did right away, the choreograph. I mean, it was just so fun. I mean, if you didn't see her Christmas special, like, this was a little bit of what that is. Just goofy, fun, but just perfectly timed. Comedic timing with Sabrina Carpenter is incredible.
Camp. She goes so camp. She like you said, being that self-aware and funny and being very sexy and silly is like so fun. I loved watching her too. That was a pretty amazing performance.
When the lights, like when she's trying to find the light and the light's trying to find her, and like, it just was
even walking down the steps and then she just like disappears.
It was so funny. I'm like, okay, that was a great illusion.
It was adorable.